Hey guys, it's Ashley. Just giving you a little update because I don't really have anything better else to do tonight. Actually, I should be doing a lot more things, but okay. So I submitted to insurance, and I'm annoying, so I call. I submitted it to my surgeon yesterday, and then I asked her. I was like, "Seeing that I really think your opinion matters, because I really do, even though all she does is submit my stuff." I said to her, do you think I didn't lose any weight. I actually gained. Is that going to be a problem? And she's like, we've only had 2 insurance companies deny anybody for that, and that's not your company. So I was like, jackpot. And then I said to her, I was like, well, okay, when are you guys currently scheduling? And she said, and last I knew it was June, July, which would put me at like August, September by the time I finally got approved, because this was like 2 months ago. And she's like, well, actually, I don't know if you've heard, but we've taken on another surgeon, and so that could actually get you scheduled for like May 15th of this year. I was like, my goodness. And I was like, well, is he like a good surgeon? And she said, their surgeon, who's like one of the best in the country, actually sought him out. So I was like, that's cool with me, especially because like I don't have any risk at all with this. Well, there's normal risk, but like nothing like detrimental. So like, sure. So, like, that's awesome. That's several months before I thought it was ever going to happen, if it was going to happen at all. So, I'm like, yay. And then, so I got off the phone with her, and I asked her, I was like, so what do you think the chances are of you being denied? And she was like, I don't really think you have a chance of being denied. I was like, I love you. Can I hug you right now? Through the, like, I was like, I love you. So then, this morning I called insurance, because I do that. I'm weird and annoying. I don't care. Like, they're not going to want to be like, hey, I'm going to call you, because they're excited to tell me. Like, they get so many papers across their desk, they don't really care. But it's my life. Like, I'm excited about it. Plus, it's not like I'm calling someone's home. I'm calling a corporation. Like, they don't keep track of how many times people call. At least I don't think they do. If they do, then they really should be focusing on work instead of how many times people call. So, I called this morning and I was like, hi, I was just calling to see if you guys had received my information. And, because of course, like, they sent me to the right office and blah, blah. I didn't, like, call up and say that. And, but she said that, no, they hadn't received it, but that my surgeon's office had contacted them yesterday saying they were going to. I was like, okay. And then I said to her, she seemed really nice, I was like, I didn't lose any weight with my amount of weight loss that I actually gained. Like, is that going to be a problem? And she's like, no, it shouldn't be, because it just wants to see that for 6 months you were under a physician's care. And I was like, well, it was actually the PA. Is that going to be a problem? And she's like, no, as long as that PA is underneath the physician. And I was like, yeah. She's like, looking at your file, it just shows that you were missing 6 months and then a letter from your doctor. So as long as you send that, I don't see why there should be a problem. And I was like, awesome, So I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, I don't really see you having a problem. I was like, okay. Like, and I said that, I was like, I know this is off the record and blah, 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 blah. So then, again, because I'm annoying, I called this afternoon just to see if they got my stuff. So I called and I was like, I was just calling to see if you had gotten my things from the doctor. And they're like, yeah, they had. And long story short, because this part doesn't really make sense, but so far, my appeal has gotten farther than my first one, because the first one was initially rejected or denied because it didn't meet other criterion. This one has met other criterion and has been sent off to a bariatric surgeon to look at it and see for approval. So, hey, celebrating the fact that it's made it that far. Yay! So it's made it someplace, so I'm pretty stoked about that. As far as other things, I honestly don't know how I'm going to feel if I get approved. Because I keep thinking that I'm not going to, or something bad's going to happen. Like, you know how you never want to believe that something good could happen to you? That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, I just don't know. Like, if they say to me, you've been approved. Like, what? Like, I know the next step is having surgery, but oh my gosh, I'm going to freak out. Like, seriously, freak out. I think I'll probably cry. Yeah, I might cry. Gosh, I hope I cry. Because this is a big deal. I hope it's everything I planned for it to be and more, and I just can't wait for the next steps. But at the same time, like, in my head, I'm like, I could still get denied. But at least this time I went farther. So the only reason they could say no still would just be for the fact I gained weight. Because really, I can't think of any other reason. I mean, come on. I'm, like, very overweight for my age and unhealthy and blah, 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 blah. You know, like. So, hopefully next time you're here for me, it's either going to be like, yay, or it's going to be like, hey. I told my friends, I was like, so if I get approved, do you want to go for a drink with me? And they're like, of course. And I was like, so if I get denied, do you want to go for a drink with me? Because either way, I'm going to be needing a drink or something. I'm either going to be really happy or really sad. I do need a haircut, though. Like, can we discuss this for a sec? But, anyway, that's the update from Ashley Central. And, thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate that. I know a lot of you who listen to this have been through the same thing or going through the same thing. And unless you're going through it, knowing, it's hard for you to kind of be like, hey, I know what you're going through. So I really just appreciate everything everyone's giving to me, and thanks for listening. Alright, fingers crossed, hoping, praying, thinking.